Billy, would you count Johnny in for the show to begin?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do it.
Johnny B!
Who is you?
Johnny B.
Some tubercular hillbilly.
You got the wrong number.
By the way, we're number one with tubercular hillbillies.
Johnny B.
You're listening to Johnny B.
Johnny B.
Jonathan Brandmeier.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Jonathan Brandmeier! Brandmeier! Jonathan Brandmeier!
Ooh, yeah. By the way, Billy, worst count-in I've ever heard to a show.
Kiss it.
All right. Man, I love talking about when people start talking about the Super Bowl and all the crazy Super Bowl commercials. Oh, man, that is so much fun. That's great radio. And you know what? My favorite Super Bowl commercial this year, 2021, was, that Troy Aikman avocado commercial. He's got Mexican avocados. He's got Mexican avocados. Get him. I'm Troy Aikman. He is a lovable soul. He sure is, man.
Y estamos una vez más aquí de regreso y en la línea está el ex mariscal de campo, ganador de Salón de la Fama y comentarista para el Fox NFL Football, el señor Troy Aikman. Troy, muchas gracias por acompañarnos esta mañana aquí en el programa. ¿Cómo estás? Señor Troy Aikman.
Hello.
Sí, ¿cómo está? Buenos días por acompañarnos esta mañana. Mi nombre es Héctor. ¿Cómo está?
How are you?
Muy bien. ¿Y usted cómo ha estado?
Yeah.
Muy bien. ¿A qué debemos el honor de su llamada, señor Aikman?
Yeah, I don't know Spanish.
¿Alguien está traduciendo para el señor Aikman? Para los Dallas Cowboys, un buen tiempo, ¿que no?
I can't understand what you're saying, so if you want to talk in Spanish, then we could probably end the interview.
No. Don't hang up, please.
Wait a second. Hey, Troy.
Yeah.
Now, how long would you have gone with that guy before you realized that you're not the right station?
Well, I would have sat here until my next interview came up.
Oh, you did what I thought you'd do. I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just fail to see it.
What did he say? He said something that I believe every day I hear your stupid show.
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just fail to see it.
Troy Aikman. Now, Troy Aikman can't answer Spanish, but he can sell avocados. Troy Aikman may be selling Mexican avocados, but don't you dare ask him a question in Spanish.
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just fail to see it.
And he's sitting there. Troy Aikman's got a shirt on that says avocados from Mexico, always in season. Go, Troy.
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just fail to see it.
All right. And yet he's a funny guy because I laugh every time I hear that.
Every time we hear you say it, Troy Aikman, we love it. Football. Love the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I'd also like to make an apology.
Okay.
All week, I have suffered from self-recriminations after saying something on the podcast last week.
Go ahead.
And
apologize.
And the only reason I'm in this position is because of the freedom of speech policy that suddenly has descended on all the podcasts. We can say anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's enjoyable.
It's a mixed bag, and I'm not used to it. And it's brand new. I bet, for decades I've been in this business. You train yourself not to, drop the F-bomb, which I've dropped a couple of times.
Right. Couple. But you on a rant, I mean, you ranting to me is like, I don't know why, it's magical.
Well,
it's almost lyrical the way you rant.
Well, I get excited and it's fun. I mean, I enjoy swearing. I mean, who doesn't? Nice, well-placed swear word really kicks the interest up in whatever you happen to be saying.
Yeah, but Buzz, this is Billy the Bedbug, and you told me that you don't want to hear me swear. That's what you just said, so
well, you're a bedbug.
Fuck off!
Okay, you two stop fighting, for God's sake.
Now apologize!
He's sorry.
So, and I mean, it's, I get to talk about, women having fucking horses and rotating blowjobs. I mean,
now apologize.
Seems like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So you asked me last week, how's my housing arrangement going? And it's not going well. And I'm at the breaking point. 14 months I've been out of my beautiful house, which is almost ready for me to get back in. And you asked me about... And I'm living, with 100 other people in some giant concrete a beehive, and I referred to the rooms as shit boxes.
Yeah, and by the way, the beauty of the podcast, go back to that episode, whatever episode that was, 37. Yeah, go back to that and you'll hear the whole rant. But go ahead, because I'm so sorry, because I just can't. Now I know, because I know stuff like that kind of bugs you. And it's saying, so you referred, where we left off, you referred to the place that you now live as a shit box. I think the words were.
And referred to all the places as
shit boxes.
They're shit boxes.
Right.
Well, they're not shit boxes. I don't know what was I thinking?
Oh.
Because not only, I mean, when you say that, you offend and demean every other person that is living in one of these boxes.
Oh, you got to be careful.
And they're not, I mean, they're not I got a beautiful house. I mean, I'll tell you, it took me 20 years to put it together. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. I just redecorated because they're rebuilding the place. It looks like Better Homes and Gardens in there. And, and meanwhile, I'm here, but, which is not fun. But,
wait, why do you have to apologize? Okay, so you said where you live is a shit box.
They're not shit boxes. They're just cheap rooms.
Okay. And
for somebody who just moved in here, maybe it's a palace because they just got married and they're in the bedroom having sex and the living room is decorated. The tree's still up maybe. I mean, I literally slandered everybody in the place for living in a shit box. They're not shit boxes. They're just cheap rooms. They're just cheap.
They're just living in it. So, especially in this day and age, when you got people who are unemployed, don't have any money, you have, there's people are sensitive to that kind of thing.
Well, and I don't blame them. It's their home. No matter how much it costs or, where it is, it's their home. And to hear somebody refer to it as a shit box would really piss me off.
But wait a minute. You sensed that you needed to come on today and apologize.
Now apologize.
There are people there.
Why? What caused you to say this?
As soon as I said it, I was sorry I said it.
Right.
I was sorry. The minute I heard myself on the air say that, I thought, what are you saying? But I can't turn it around there because we're in the middle of something. The momentum has got the best of me. But as soon as we got off the air, I'm like, oh, really? And then I walk around this building with my 100 neighbors, and I'm thinking, some of these people listen to that podcast.
Right.
And they've heard me call their house a shit box.
Right.
And, and now I'm paranoid.
Right.
I got to get out of here quick before somebody responds. Hey, buzzy boy.
Yeah.
How's your shit box?
Hey, Kilman, why don't you go back to your luxury house? Because I'm unemployed.
Right. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid about it, and I don't blame him. I wish I'd give anything to have not said that.
I gotta stop saying stuff.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. This is the new not normal.
That you could be, a child stars in the news. Dustin Diamond Screech is dead. And I never really saw the movie or the television show Saved by the Bell. I guess that was a popular thing with Mario Lopez. And
I have no idea who he is. I have no idea. I read it in the paper. I thought, I don't know who he is.
Screech, Dustin Diamond.
Nice name.
But here's the problem. He was 44 years old, and he was he died due to carcinoma.
That's like cancer or something.
But get this. He had 3 weeks' notice. He was diagnosed within hospitalized 3 weeks later. He's dead.
He's dead. I do remember reading that.
Oh, my God.
Right. Well, better, there's an upside to it. You don't stretch it out.
Yeah,
die of cancer, let's go.
You could be right about that. He was in Saved by the Bell, the college years, Saved by the Bell, the new class, started in it for 6 years. And then he had his infamous 2006 sex tape, Screeched, Saved by the Smell. Now, that is not a Buzz Emporium title. That's a real title of Screech's sex tape, which, now I would think, I might want to check that out.
I'm surprised I haven't. I mean, I'm surprised I don't know him.
Dustin Diamond told Oprah in 2013 that he was embarrassed by the sex tape and the paycheck wasn't worth what the fallout was. Screeched, saved by the smell. Nice. Oh, by the way I recall Dustin Diamond, it was a tie-in to he got stabbed in a bar in Wisconsin. I think that's what he told his pal from Saved by the Bell, Mario Lopez, here.
So you never actually thrust a knife and stabbed someone?
No. When I had my pocket knife like this, and the blade was right here, and a guy came from around me and grabbed my throat.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Screech did the stabbing. The guy.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Let's hear this again.
So you never actually thrust a knife and stabbed someone?
No. When I had my pocket knife like this, and the blade was right here, and a guy came from around me and grabbed my throat.
Right.
And so he nicked his arm on the tip of it. It was a Band-Aid. Most expensive Band-Aid I've ever bought.
Do you remember the theme at least? No.
No, I like it, though.
No, I don't either. But he had stints on TV. After he did his Screech Saved by the Smell, he did stints on reality TV, including celebrity boxing.
See, I can't remember celebrity boxing other than Danny Bonaduce and Donny Osmond.
You got it.
I mean, I didn't know that it was a phenomenon. Who are the celebrities that are boxing?
We said Danny and Donnie. We were the precursors, according to the ESPN article. We set the base, the tone, the first entree into celebrity boxing with Danny and Donnie. So Screech is dead. Danny Bonaduce is not dead. There's an article in the Illinois Entertainer.com. Former Partridge Family star Danny Bonaduce was in this week, and he has been, for the last decade, he has been at KZOK Seattle. 10 years for Danny in one spot.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. He even said it was unbelievable in this. But I'm going to read a little bit of this and tell me what you remember of this. There was a lot of mayhem in Danny's time in Chicago.
Yes, there was. So I think about it.
Right. You think about it. This is Danny's excerpt from Danny's story. The Loop is really the place, he said, that started it all for me. I had to scale it back since then. I was so crazy. I remember doing a broadcast with Loop morning man Jonathan Brandmeier at some bar or something, and people kept coming up to me and giving me drugs all night. And Brandmeier looked at me and said, "Are you going to die?" And I said, "Not tonight."
Not tonight.
Brandmeier was instrumental in bringing Danny back into the spotlight. Danny goes on to say in this Illinois Entertainer article, "I used to do a bit called karaoke. I used to get in my car at the top of our 8-story spiral parking ramp, and I would go as fast as I could."
That's the first thing I thought of when you said the chaos of the. I mean, I remember that. It was the most unbelievable thing. I couldn't believe. I mean,
in the John Hancock building where we worked, it was. I'd drive my car up this circle, then I would drive it back down the circle, and it was really, really tight.
Yeah.
It was tight, and if you were liquored or you were coming up too fast or late to work, you better hope you don't hit the railings because it was unbelievable.
So, and it was a long way. I mean, it was very high. I mean, you went up a long way.
It was just like, it was like up and up and up and up and up and up.
Around and around and around and around.
So Danny would do a bit where he would go down as fast as he could and see who would scream. Everybody screamed, he said. Nobody ever won. Brandmeier called me up and said he could do it. I said, "Okay, let me see you try." That's what Danny said. I didn't say it. So we're holding a mic, and I'm going down the ramp fast, Danny says, but not fast enough to make Johnny scream. And he was under the impression he was going to win. But when we made the last turn, there was a lady with a baby carriage, and I ran over the baby carriage, and Brandmeier screamed like a little girl.
Did that happen?
Danny cackled at the memory. Of course, the lady was his wife, and the baby was a doll, and it was all set up to make Brandmeier scream, and it worked.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
That happened, right?
Yes, I remember it vividly. And I got it, but I didn't know the story. I thought he was making the story up.
That is really awesome. I mean, it's unbelievably awesome.
So you got Gretchen in there, and she's his ex-wife, and she's sitting there, and she's got a baby carriage, and he runs into, and I scream.
Yeah.
Man,
like
I
a little girl.
Got to get a copy of that. Got to get a copy of that. We'll definitely catch up with Danny. We got to catch up with him because I love this line in this article. It says, this is from Rick Kemper. Yeah, Rick Kemper. If that sounds to you like a different time in radio, you would be correct. Danny was working at a radio station that essentially had no rules. That is what radio is missing.
Yeah.
No, they got to have no rules. There were no rules. No rules. Jonathan Brandmeier was interviewing Donny Osmond. They were talking about child stars, and Johnny asked him, what about Bonaducci? Do you think you could beat up Danny Bonaducci? And Donny said, yeah, I could. And then Danny's listening to it, and he says, I think, well, okay. He doesn't know me. He's driving around. He says, he doesn't know me. I'll go over there and burn Donny's house down.
Which is not out of the question.
And he's in the car. He says, and by the time I got to work, the fight was on.
Hyping the fight has always been a part of boxing, but some people don't believe the hype.
You got to be able to control it and hold it back, and that's what I do. And that's probably why I got the image that I got of being Danny Osmond, you know? But every once in a while, I let it come out, and it's going to come out Monday night. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Yeah, so is your pancreas, but that's not important.
What began as a small speck on the undercard of life has now blossomed into an all-out brawl for it all.
Wait till you see the way I make my entrance.
What do you mean you're going to make an awesome entrance?
Wait till you see his exit.
Monday. The wait will be over for Jonathan and his amazing Technicolor Dream Pod. The Stormin' Mormon, Donny Osmond.
But everybody's saying, Danny, you're going to kick his butt. Just because of the image that I have? I hate that, man.
Versus Danny, the tattooed Fanny Bonaducci.
You're going to lose because I'm going to kill you.
Now, the wait is over. Johnny B's radio showgram is once again the showcase for radio broadcasting history. The whole world's watching. So let's get it on.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Donny Osmond.
It's good to hear your voice. And besides, I can spell Brandmeier.
Go ahead.
B-R-A-N-D-M-I-E. No, E-I-E-R. I don't know.
M-E-I-E-R. See what I mean? Nobody can smell it. No, they can smell it, but they can't spell it. Hey, Elon Musk has a monkey that can play video games with his mind.
Well, he must be having a lot of fun.
Like, that dude is one of the craziest dudes ever.
And richest.
He is. He's just always thinking of something crazy, and I know it's a lot of pot in him for sure. There's no question about it. I think I'm going to start smoking pot.
Well, it's not a good idea, John.
Why not? Wouldn't it be the easiest way to go?
It's an easy way to go, depending on where you want to go.
Where would it take me?
It would take you. It would take you out of broadcasting.
No, would it?
Starters. Yes,
I bet it'd be cool.
Well, you think, but no. I mean, especially since you're not used to it. I mean, there are people, and there were certainly a lot of people at the Loop who were smoking pot while they were doing the radio show.
Yeah,
but they got used to it.
And Mac just goes, yeah. He's number one.
I don't know. I think it would be interesting if Johnny sparked up, because it'd be like the Beatles. He had before 1966 and after 66. It'd be interesting to make the comparison.
Yeah. Well, that would be like, I said I would do it. I would smoke only for the first time with on Jim Belushi's farm. If I'm doing it for showbiz, I'll do it.
Well, I'd like to see it. I'd like to. That would be great.
I know a lot of you guys are going, oh, wait, JB, yeah, it's just pot. What's the big deal? People love it. It keeps people sane, keeps them happy. But to me, that's not, I don't like the art of drinking is you sit down, you got, music playing, you shake a martini, you drink it, relax. Yeah. I don't want to sit in a room and smoke something.
Well, that's because you haven't experienced the marijuana high.
Okay.
You might like it. Might be even better than drinking.
Okay, Pothead Mac, how do you describe
Pothead Mac.
How do you describe your buzz? I mean, like when you're going out, wouldn't you rather have a tequila than a smoke?
No. Absolutely not.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because you lose a lot of control when you drink that you don't lose when you smoke. And the thing with smoking is that you get different sort of effects from different types of weed, from different strains, different types of weed. So there's all kind of different benefits you can get from it. But if I were to describe it, it will relax you. It will.
Unless it puts you in a tailspin of paranoia.
Well, again, that comes down to the strains that you
or the person smoking
use.
it, or
Sometimes.
the person smoking it.
If you smoke a sativa, that will get you excited and pumped up and energetic and creative. If you smoke an indica, that will lay you out. They say, indica in the couch. That's true.
In the couch.
Yeah. So you can smoke some weed that will get you very motivated, very energized, and you can smoke some that will just relax you.
Yeah, but you're talking about John Brandmeier.
Yeah, don't talk about him in front of me.
And there's no way to know what that pot is going to do. And the Beatles never had to do a radio show either.
Just say, whoa, have a nice J, smoke till you croak. We're doing it.
Now, you listen to me. You chippy around with marijuana long enough and you're going to buy yourself a lot of grief. After a while, marijuana won't be enough. You'll start looking for a bigger kick, and then a bigger one after that. And all of this is going to go down the tubes. Your job, your house, car, family, everything. We've seen it happen before, and not just to the neurotics and psychotics that wife of yours talks about, but to nice, clean-cut kids from good families with good educations. They start out just like you, and they end up mainliners, shooting it in their arms. And they end up dead, or wishing they were.
Maybe.
Martha Stewart's got a line of, this is great. Martha Stewart, we are in Pot Talk. Cool. Yeah. Martha Stewart launching a line of pot for dogs. See what I mean? You can't make it up. Lifestyle guru Martha Stewart launched a line of cannabis-infused oil drops, soft-baked chews for dogs.
That's from hanging out with Snoop too much.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, Snoop's like, hey, man, I got an idea. Why don't you give my dog some weed? I do recall there was a big thing going on YouTube where everybody, you know how everybody starts everything on the social media? They'll start something, everybody follows it. Right. They were giving dogs pot, smoking to see what happened.
A sobering side effect for pet owners during these high times, more and more dogs are turning up at vets high. One clinic in Denver says that since January 1st, they have noticed an increase in the number of dogs sick after getting into their owner's edible stash of pot. It may sound amusing for a moment. It is not, though. The pot can cause seizures, comas, and those symptoms don't just last for hours. They can last for days.
Okay. Well, so why is Martha Stewart giving? Because Snoop told her to. I just got my own answer. That's right. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah, blame it on the bud. What the hell? That's great. It's available now. Martha Stewart launching her line of cannabis products for dogs. Check it out. Today. Now. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. You want some weed? Take some pot. Take some pot. You got to calm down. Take some pot. There you go. Smoke this. There you go. There you go. Calm. Now you're calm. Calm down. Shh, shh, shh. Take another hit. Take another hit. Come on. Keep it in. Keep it in. Go on. Little baby.
I slurped it up.
We can't make friends with coyotes, and we must never feed them.
There's this. I love this. Was sent to me by Crazy Pete Heyman. Anti-coyote dog jackets are being sold for your dog. If you don't want to give it pot, you can put this coyote vest body armor. Buzz, if you would just type that in Google so you can see what it is, you will be amazed by this product.
What's it called?
Coyote vest pet body armor.
Well, I see a coyote here.
Coyote?
I see it, yeah.
How would you describe it to the audience?
Well, it's a standard jacket kind of thing that dogs wear, strap around their body. But But the back of it's got a bunch of wires and stuff coming out of it.
What's the reasoning? Think about it. You think about it.
Yeah. Well, it prevents people from doing any. Well, it would prevent a coyote from eating.
There
your
you
pet.
go. Coyote comes up on top of the little baby dog or any kind of dog that can get his mouth around, and those spikes go right into the coyote's mouth.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
But, it makes it tough to pet your pet.
What do you... Yeah, I agree with you, Coyote. Hold on a minute. Yes, of course. But it's not for sitting around the room when a baby's running around. The dog's got all those spikes on it. It looks like a fighter in Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? He's got the spikes all around it. So if you want to take your dog out, he wants to go for a walk, or you have to take him out. Listen, It happens, ladies and gentlemen. That stuff, those coyotes love little animals.
A home video of Eloise the Chihuahua, excited to be in front of the camera. It's the last video her owners took of her before she was snatched up by a coyote that came inside their Laguna Beach home.
We feel very victimized at this point. It's to where I don't feel safe in my own house. I saw him bolt, and I saw something. He definitely had something in his mouth.
Their little Chihuahua.
Coyote vest, pet body armor.
It seems excessive. It seems like it makes your dog dangerous. It's a deadly weapon.
He's more dangerous than the coyote is. Coyote vest, pet body armor. Check it out. Anti-coyote dog jackets.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. This is the new Not Normal.
Yeah. Let's get back to Elon Musk and the monkeys.
This is a Johnny the Monkey.
Thank you.
That's right. It's a monkey dressed in a shearling coat.
Crazy Elon Musk says he has a monkey that can play video games with his mind thanks to a brain chip. The goal is to create a brain implant. Now listen carefully to Elon Musk's, the crazy Elon Musk.
Who I believe is now the richest man in the world, overtaking Bezos from Amazon.
As Bezos quits.
Yeah.
I would have quit.
I know.
100 billion ago.
Right.
What do I have to do this for? All right, so the goal is to create a brain implant that will let humans control computers with nothing but their minds. That's the goal. Now let's let that sink in for a second. You go to your computer and you just think, hey, turn it on. And it goes on. Is that it?
I guess so.
The world's richest man and his company Neuralink has implanted a chip into a monkey's brain that gives it the ability to play video games with its mind. I guess if you have so much money, you just think of things.
And you can do them. Or find somebody else that can do them for you.
Hey, Elon, what do you want to do today? You know what? I'm thinking maybe we should...
buy France.
No, that's old school. Anyone can buy France. Let's put a chip in a monkey so the monkey, can control the computer with his mind. Maybe he could play mind pong, or that would be great. Like mind pong or, pong with his mind.
And that's the pot talking. That is the pot talking.
If I worked for Elon Musk and Neuralink, you just wait every day because you don't know what's coming. You don't know. What does he want us to do today? He said something about see if we could implant the chip into a monkey's brain and make him play video games.
Oh, he's high again.
Oh, okay. Who's going to take that job? I will.
Not meant to be the negative. We're bringing in the herbal sedative. One thing society lacks and says, blame it on the bud.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
The shit show.
This is the new Not Normal.
I know I'd go from rags to riches.
Hi, this is Tony Bennett. Hey, Jonathan, stop putting everybody down, will you? Just give me a break.
I don't do that, Tony. I love Tony Bennett. One of the most enjoyable times I ever had was with Tony Bennett in the studio, no question about it. And Tony Bennett has been diagnosed at 94 with Alzheimer's disease. He can recognize family members, but he's not always sure where he is or what is happening around him. Tony Bennett.
Still sing, though.
He can still sing his ass off. Here's a quick hit. Me, Tony Bennett, true false stuff. about Tony Bennett over the years? Tell me what's true. Pearl Bailey discovered you, yes or no?
Yes.
Bob Hope named you.
Yes.
You jumped Don Rickles for bad-mouthing you.
Yes.
All right. That's a true one. Why is it? What, you beat up Don Rickles?
Oh, we didn't beat him up.
What'd you do?
Oh, we just threatened him. He had just started out, and he was rapping this friend of mine, Chuck Wayne, who's a great guitar player.
Yeah.
My accompanist, my first accompanist. And Chuck said, there's a guy downtown who's bad rapping us. You know, and we went down, and sure enough, when we hit the door of Murray Franklin's nightclub down there on Collins Avenue in Florida, Don was saying, that Tony Bennett and Chuck Wayne, they think they're wise guys and all this. So when the set was over, we walked over and we just pinned him up against the wall, and we grabbed his neck, and we just said, if you ever mention us again, it's the end of your life. And he said, no, okay, you got it.
I love that one.
Beautiful, Mr. Bennett.
Beautiful, Mr. Bennett. I love that one. Yeah. Beautiful, Mr. Bennett. Those are the good old days.
Those are the good old days.
You knock a guy out, you sing what you want to sing, you do what you want to do. Those were the good old days, baby. Yeah. Don Rickles doesn't like me, I'll knock a guy out.
Right. That's why Frank Sinatra loved him.
Yeah, love it.
Do you remember the story? Who's the Velvet Mouth?
Mel Torme. Yeah.
Walked into a party.
Yep.
Passed Frank Sinatra on a couch. Frank grabbed his arm and said, anybody gives you any problems, you send it to me. I got the best right hook in the business. The
greatest. See those stories? Those are the great old stories. I mean, there's, nowadays rappers just shoot each other.
Right.
There's no fun.
There's no fun.
This is Mel Torme, Buzz. This is what you're talking about.
I went to Sinatra's Christmas party once. He lives in Beverly Hills. He has a house in Beverly Hills. And I walked up to him to say hello. And what he said to me, looking over his shoulder up at me from the couch, was, quote, I got the best left hook in town. Anybody gives you any trouble, you see me. I got the best left hook in town. I said, well, gee, that's wonderful, Frank. I'm not kidding. I got the best left hook in town. Anybody gives you a problem, you tell them to see me.
Merry Christmas.
By the way, Merry Christmas.
Love that kind of stuff. Tony Bennett now diagnosed with Alzheimer's, 94. I love that dude. I really do.
Hey, Jonathan,
yes, sir.
I'm enjoying this so much.
Yeah.
Is it possible that we could have a tape of this show? I'd love to save it. I really mean it. You do a tremendous job.
You certainly could have a tape of this.
Thank you.
You won't want a tape of this next part, though.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Movie Man, all you need to know about today's movies in 6 seconds or less. I never met a guy who likes movies less.
You know something? There's nothing I would least rather do than sit in a movie theater with a bunch of people. This is an economically driven adventure.
Exactly. They always say, do what you love and the money will follow.
Go where the money is, and I pray you like what you're doing.
And if you don't, suck it up.
There he is. Yeah. If you don't, just suck it up. That's what the Movie Man's done. It's the perfect thing for you to be at home, Movie Man, the one and only Movie Man. For you to be at home watching everything that everybody else has to watch is great.
What's up, Jizbo?
Now it's Jizbo.
I like Jizbo.
You know what it is? I do like Johnny Jizbo. I'm also the mayor of mayonnaise and the lord of the Lebanese lumber. If you got a problem with that, let me know now, pal. Yeah, see? Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone.
Anyone could do it.
Buzz, you try. You can even do it. Do it.
Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone.
No, you sound too esoteric. You can't be like that. You got to be like, hello, and welcome to Movie Phone.
Okay.
I get some sweet residuals from that.
I was going to say, that's got to be something. That's iconic, man. I don't think you get it. Movie Man, iconic. You don't need it anymore. Push one for anything. But man, oh man, I'm looking. Do you need it anymore? No, you don't need it, do you?
You would be surprised how many, like you say you don't need it. I think you need it more than ever because, frankly, nobody knows what to watch anywhere at any time. It's like movie theater, TV, my phone. What am I supposed to do? People just don't know. And it was interesting because when I did your show a couple weeks ago, first time I'd done a show, by the way, and maybe over 2 years that I've been on the radio at all. I got a lot of people from your neck of the woods, A, saying some really bad stuff about Ellen, which I appreciated, but B, just saying, hey, man, where is Movie Phone? I need to know about some stuff, and I don't even know what to do. So
I truly believe that what you offer, or what people who have movies or shows or binging to give us advice, is more valuable now.
Well, it's definitely a different world. Even when things open up completely, will you ever sit in a packed movie theater? I got to tell you, I'm pissed because I have a bunch, and this is a little sidebar, but I have some concert tickets that I bought before the pandemic, right? And certain artists, they did the right thing, and they would refund you those tickets. I don't know if you guys have any of these tickets where they rescheduled the show for a year later.
Coachella, all of it's been moved ahead. What are you going to do with it? Cash it in or wait?
Well, that's the thing, right? But do they have a right to collect interest on my however many $100 I paid for those tickets over a year and then delay it again, probably for another year? They just going to keep collecting money on my money? I don't like it.
Well, you have a choice of taking your money back. You don't have a choice to get it back?
Nope, I disputed several ticket purchases, and if the artist rescheduled the show, they don't give you your money back. That's bullshit. That's no good.
And so you're holding on to those tickets, but they're holding on to your money. That's interesting.
And they're collecting interest. They're collecting interest on millions and millions, if not billions of dollars in concert tickets.
May I approach the bench with another sidebar?
Yes.
Movie Man, did you see the story about the guys in Los Angeles, police arresting the 6 people who changed the Hollywood sign to read Holly Boob?
Yeah, and they were doing it for a great cause. I mean, seriously, don't we have better things to do with our police force? I found that was all in fine taste. I had no problem with it.
Wait a second. Maybe you can shed some light on it, because I'm not clear why they did it. They covered the letters W and D to look like the letter B, and it's called Holly Boob. And then they put that up in the...
It was for Breast Cancer Awareness Week.
Yeah.
See? And they just took it down.
Well...
I mean, the more boob talk, the better.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Richard Cheese. What I really, really love when I look around this place is all the sets of boobies, and I want them in my face.
Yeah.
Hello, boobies. I love boobies. I love gazongas. I love knockers and chimichangas. I love melons and bonbons and Winnebagos. I'll take a big chest of shirt potatoes, 'cause I love booze. Thank you.
Yay! That song written by Richard Cheese and Kristen Wiig for the new movie Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. That's up for a nomination for an Academy Award.
Is it really?
Yes.
Zongas?
Yes.
What do you mean? There's no nominations for Academy Awards?
Right. Let me read what he said. Maybe. Oh, this song is being submitted to the Academy Awards for considerations as Best Original Song. That's what Richard Mark Jonathan Davis says.
Well, you know what? I submitted a song called Waffle Bones Coyotes.
Oh.
I don't know that they're going to accept it or not, but we can all submit songs.
I'm the movie man. I save my money for Judas Priest shows all week long. And then I get on the phone and talk to Johnny B, and I want to kick him in the schlong. But I don't care, 'cause Buzz is there. He's got a lot of hair down there, 'cause he doesn't trim it up like a man should do. And that's why I say goodbye to you.
That's Academy Award.
That's Academy Award.
Submitted.
Just a second. I got to get that out right now.
You got to make a movie to go along with it.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Hey, too bad we don't have any more time to talk about any movies.
No, we have a lot of time.
No, we don't.
We have a lot of time.
No, we don't. Give me some movies quick then that we should watch. Go ahead.
Okay, the little things. Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, Jared Leto. That's got to be great, right?
100%.
Okay, so how is it possible that 3 great actors make such a shitty movie? How's that possible? How do 3 people like that, at what point are you reading the script or shooting that movie thinking, wow, this ain't going so good. I mean, I found it impossible to believe that movie just was, it was terrible. It really was quite terrible and surprising from such great actors.
I definitely would not go that far because it kept me all.
You'd say it was average. It was better than a poke in the ass with a coyote vest.
Better than a poke in the ass than a coyote vest. That is correct. That is correct.
I'm telling you. That movie was a piece of crap from start to finish. Let me tell you about a movie that I think you should watch. It's called Promising Young Woman. Stars Carey Mulligan. She was just nominated for a Golden Globe, by the way. The Golden Globe nominations just came out, and that's weird because most of them are movies that you didn't even have a chance to see or even hear about. That's about a woman who, as a young person, had a friend who was, I'm not going to give away too much, but who was sexually assaulted by another guy. So what she does now as an adult is she lures men in. She pretends to be drunk in bars. So all of the a-holes who approach her, she takes them, she goes home with them. And then guess what? When they're home, when the guy gets her home, she snaps out of the fog and bad things happen.
Nice.
Yeah, she's just setting these guys up. And you know what? It's such a. I don't want to say that it'd be great to see people do that, but it just was such a great scenario whereby this young woman who these horrible men are trying to take advantage of get their just desserts.
Well, let me say this. I think about you said about the Golden Globes being released. Usually I don't give a rat's ass about them, what it is. But nowadays, I believe it's helpful because you can look and see what's been nominated, television, movies, and go, wait a minute, that's on my list. I'm putting this on my list. That sounds good. I'm going to watch that. That's right. This one you just said, I've seen. I forgot the name of the title you just said. What was it again? The Problem?
Promising Young Woman.
Yeah, Promising Young Woman. I saw that go by, and I went, nah, I'm not going to look at that. The way you just described it, now I'm going to look at it. That's the movie, man.
Yeah, that's what he does.
That's what he does, baby.
My man.
Yeah. Cut. Reviews that kill. The Movie Man. Twitter is still the same at 6 Second Reviews.
Yeah. 6 Second Reviews and 6secondreviews.com for, well, there's really nothing there right now, but come see me, won't you?
All right, man. Always a pleasure. Thanks a lot, brother.
Love you, brother. Bye, guys.
Brandmeier. This is Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, and you're listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Bryan Cranston, one of the best in the biz. Nicest guy in the biz, too. Love his show, love him. His show on Showtime. Your Honor. That's my pick to click. Email brandmeiershow@gmail.com. All you got to remember in this world, on this podcast, rate it, comment, subscribe, share it, get it out there, is go to brandmeiershow.com for everything you need. BRANDMEIER. It's one word. That's my last name. That's me. brandmeiershow@gmail.com is where you send your stuff. Hold on. Johnny. Hey, Buzz, let me say that you guys, you and Buzz make me pee myself every time I hear the podcast.
What a mess.
Well, that ain't right.
Be careful where you listen.
That doesn't seem right. Hey, do you guys remember that soundbite used to play, the typical millennial work day, the one where guys talking about working till 3? My sister is at work, and she's having a birthday. If you could play a clip for her, it would be great. It's her birthday, and she never misses a podcast. Thanks a million, even if you don't play it. Okay. Happy birthday. Now, here's what I would do, Jennifer Walsh. When you send an email regarding someone having a birthday, all you got to do is just say who that person is. You don't even say her name. So, Jennifer Walsh's sister, happy birthday, and apparently she thinks you're a slacker.
I could wear a suit. I'd have a briefcase and... I don't know, I can put stuff in the briefcase. I can come from, 12 to 3 every day, an hour for lunch. and the rest is just work. I've got a wealth of ideas.
Buzz, that's why we can't find people to work for us.
I know.
There's no work ethic left in America.
Well, you're not kidding either.
There's no work ethic. We are slaving like in the old days, and we liked it. Hey, let me write his ideas down for 1 second.
I could wear a suit. I have a briefcase, and
Hey, hold on. He's got a suit and a briefcase. Are you taking note of this?
Yeah.
Let me know if I should hire this guy. He's got a suit and a briefcase. Hold on. Maybe
put stuff in it, though.
Yeah. Okay. Something's got to go in the briefcase. Hold on.
No, I can put stuff in the briefcase.
Oh, he's going to put, if we give him stuff, you put it in the briefcase, like Jennifer Walsh's sister. Okay?
It can come from, 12 to 3?
Yeah, 12 to 3 seems good.
That's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Every day, an hour for lunch.
Oh, he gets an hour.
2 hours.
He gets an hour for lunch. This guy's got a tough resume. Hold on.
And the rest is just work. I've got a wealth of ideas.
So noon to 3, he's got a briefcase. We got to put something in it for him. He'll take an hour lunch, and he's got a wealth of ideas. That's great. Fantastic. And Jennifer, please wear diapers while you're listening. That's what it takes, okay?
I think I'm turning up, I'm turning down, I'm turning in, I'm turning out, I'm turning Lebanese. I think I'm turning
Lebanese, I really think so. A lot of emails coming in about my cousin Tony Shalhoub. I know on news they say Shalhoub in the National Celebrity Archives, or in the celebrity world they say Tony Shalhoub. That is my cousin from Green Bay, a.k.a. Monk. He's also in the amazing, what is it called? Amazing Mrs. Maisel or whatever that is.
I don't know exactly what it is.
Marvelous Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
It's very good.
Yeah, and everybody in my family loves it because of Tony's in it or cousins in it, but I still have never watched it.
You've got to like the genre. I mean, I don't watch that stuff. I watched it once because I wanted to see what it was like, and it was very good. But I'm not going to watch it again.
Hey, Tony's on the line right now. Let's talk to Tony. Yeah.
Who's that guy that just said? And what about you, ass? You're my cousin. You don't want to watch it either.
Yeah, my impression of Tony Shalhoub. Thank you. Anyway, we say Shalhoub. That's what it was growing up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And the reason they're sending me emails is Cindy says, I heard that Tony Shalhoub, your cousin, is going to be on a show called Finding Your Roots on PBS. Write it down, ladies and gentlemen. I heard from my neighbor in Door County. Seems like they're all a buzz up there because he's from Green Bay and a local will be on TV. Holla! She writes. Oh, yeah, like are their rubes. Okay, and this one says, in case you missed it, this is from Suzette Gorski. In case you missed it, I remember you saying you and Tony were cousins. Hi to Buzz. Okay. And the show is called, and I'll read the intro to it. Tony Shalhoub is one of Green Bay's most famous native sons, but how his family came to Wisconsin and the struggles they endured to get here is a story even he didn't fully know. He learns of their journey during a new episode of Finding Your Roots on PBS.
What, do they take a wagon train?
I don't know.
What's
like the Green Bay, the Lebanese, because, we're Lebanese and he's Lebanese and he's the amazing, what's the show again called? The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's on Finding Your Roots. You'll see my cousin Tony.
I think I'm turning up, I'm turning down, I'm turning in, I'm turning out, I'm turning Lebanese. I think I'm turning Lebanese, I really think so.
I still remember Tony, the last time I talked to him on the air, I said, hey, I heard you had Green Bay Packer tickets. There's a play. Is there any way you give me those? He goes, I guarantee you got the tickets. Now, remember, if you know anything about Green Bay Packers and ticket holders, it is a ticket like a chunk of gold.
Right.
You don't part with them. So the minute Tony said that on the air, we were on Westwood 1, every single one of my cousins were emailing, what the hell? Tony's not giving you. Hey, I know Tony said he's giving you the tickets. He's not giving you the tickets. And guess what? He never did. Never did, because the cousins of Green Bay moved in. Yeah. I'm turning Lebanese. I really think so.
I think I'm turning up, I'm turning down, I'm turning in, I'm turning out, I'm turning Lebanese. I think I'm turning Lebanese. I really think so.
All right, thank you.
I'm turning.
A lot of people emailing me about this dude, snake diet guy, because he talks about intermittent fasting. I think he's got a nice, smooth approach.
Hey, fatty!
Uh-oh.
Did you ever hear of fucking portion control, you fat motherfucker? Portion control! There's 365 fucking days in a year. Okay, you're only fasting fucking a small amount of those days. And obviously, on the fasting days, you're at 100% caloric fucking deficit because you're not eating anything. But all of the rest of those fucking days that you're eating, if you can't fucking manage your fucking portion control and control food volume so you're not overeating on the eating days, you're never going to keep the fucking weight off, you fat fucking pig. I don't care if you can fast 365 fucking days straight.
No, can I listen to that guy? I don't care what he says.
You live to 150 years old, you idiot.
Yikes.
He also sounds like he's full of shit.
I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if he is or not.
Listening to him, I don't want to do anything that guy tells me to.
But yet he's probably got, and I don't have it in front of me, but I'll bet he's got 10 million views watching him yell at people who are fat.
Well, some people like I don't.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. You say, I don't know what his deal is. On social media, there is no deal. Do you know that right now the most popular videos on YouTube are people watching other people fold clothes?
Nice. I didn't know that.
Now think about what I'm saying.
How do you explain that?
Okay, you just... They're
I thought you were going to say watching dog videos or animal things or something. But no, folding clothes.
Folding clothes, putting their clothes away. It's craziness. The other thing that was popular only on TikTok, millions and millions and millions of views on TikTok, a guy singing sea shanty songs. You know what a sea shanty song is?
I sort of do, yeah.
Well, here's an example of. Here's an example. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can get this.
Once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down below, my Billy boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Yeah.
She had not been 2 weeks from
Come on, man. Don't you think there's something about that? But listen, this guy goes on and sings, this sea shanty dude. He goes on, his name is Nathan Evans. He sings a million sea shanty songs, and then people call and join in with them. This is the number one thing on TikTok. At least it was at the moment. It changes every 10 minutes. Huh.
Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her, and to the side harped and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman
come on, it's catchy.
Bring us sugar and
it seems
tea
like
and rum.
you should be drunk when you sing that.
Right.
We'll take our
Leave and go. Take our leave. Sea shanty. So I sent one to TikTok of me singing the sea shanty. I thought it was the Edmund Fitzgerald, 6 minutes. It was just a 6-minute version of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and I thought they would like that. But apparently on TikTok, you can't go 6 minutes and 21 seconds of sea shanty music. You better get off TikTok, you idiot. Even a short version wouldn't work.
The story lives on how the boat she went down and the people all died. Bummer.
That's it. That's the song.
There you go.
That goes on TikTok. Just a real quick version of it. That makes they're on a boat. They died. End of story. All right, and the really from their heart, the nice emails do continue to come in. This is from Patrick. He's got a landscaping and snow removal company. But he's been busy.
Yeah.
In Chicago is not the city I grew up in. I'm going to try to paraphrase it. This city blows donkey balls now.
Jeez.
When I found out you were doing a podcast and it was free, I was like, bullshit. How can this hyper rooster do this with Buzz the Blues Man for free? I'm confused. So when you say you're unemployed, I don't like to hear that. So I want to go to a FundMe. I want to start a GoFundMe page for you guys. And a matter of fact, I want to start the page by giving you $500 to start the process.
Each?
I enjoy this so much. Doesn't say that, Buzz. I enjoy this so much every week. I can't stand it. I hate the way this world is turning into some sort of... I hate the way this world is turning into, but you give me some of the past, and for that I am grateful. I have always thought this GoFundMe page is for moochers. But then I have seen it doing some great things. I'm not a social media derelict either. I really think this social media is ruining our society. Let's talk about it. I don't know how it works, but I would think to give you the $500 and to start a GoFundMe page, I don't know how it works, but I think we would need your bank info, or you could set it up yourself.
It's a scam.
Yeah, okay, there. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks a lot there, Patrick Hulme. Yeah.
Take us down.
Give me my bank info. Yeah. What the hell? Hold on. Don't worry, I'm looking for a job. As you know, I'm looking at LinkedIn all the time, and LinkedIn always sends me things. Every week they send me some job that might be good for me personally.
I've started to look at that too. My off time and my real time.
It's great, right?
At that. Yes.
Okay, what did they recommend for you?
Well, I haven't seen it today yet. Nothing for me. But I'm thinking about what I could fit into, and there's a lot of things I could fit into that I wouldn't mind doing, like job hunting without actually getting a job.
I'm glad they signed me up. I'm glad I'm on LinkedIn now. But they continue to come up with the same things, and I think they are right. I know if I boil it all down to everything LinkedIn has suggested for me as a job, I know that my number one, where I would be the best, is any customer support position. There's no question about it. I'm just great at it. I'm a people person. Here's my demo, LinkedIn.
Customer service.
Yeah, hi. Could you check a number for trouble, please?
For what?
For trouble? I just called the operator. She gave me your number to check it for me.
For trouble? What kind of trouble?
Trouble on the line.
You have trouble on your line?
No, I'm calling my place of business since 8 o'clock, and it just keeps ringing. And
what is the name of your place of business?
Oh, excuse me?
You're calling customer service.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I just called the operator, and she referred me to you. She checked the line for trouble.
Right.
Okay.
Well, she checked the line for trouble, then there's no trouble.
Well, she gave me another number to call. She call and ask them to check it for trouble.
Because apparently your trouble was her trouble, and now you're going to make it my trouble. See what I mean?
Okay. Well, I'm just doing what the operator had told
Right.
me.
What she told you to do was, you said, "Hello, could I check for trouble?" Right?
Uh-huh.
Then she said, "I checked for trouble. There's no trouble. Call me for trouble."
Oh.
I'm customer service. So what she's doing is she's putting your troubles on me, and I don't need them.
Okay, fine.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm just doing what she had asked me to do. I don't know
if she asked you to jump off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge?
There's no need to get sarcastic about it.
Well, I'm just tired of these calls. I've been working all night. I'm on the third shift here. I got 10 minutes to go and I'm off. So
I'm fine. Sorry, sir. I'm not aware of that, but I'm just doing what the operator had asked me to do. I thought there was a certain line that they can check it more than she can. I don't know.
Well, what's the problem?
Problem is I'm calling my place of business and a number is constantly ringing it. We open at 8 and nobody's there.
All right. Well, maybe nobody's there. Maybe they're taking the weekend off. What city is your company in?
Jersey City.
Jersey City. Maybe they're who knows? Maybe they're going to the ball game or getting tickets.
No,
or
I
something.
don't think so.
Get lost.
Hello. Who's that? Who is that?
Who is that?
This is the customer service
Yeah,
operator.
I know it is. And why don't you be nice?
Why don't you mind your own business?
No, I won't mind my own business. I pay my phone bill, okay?
Big deal.
Yeah, big deal, too. You shouldn't even be working there, you son of a bitch.
Oh, is that the way it's going to be?
Goodbye.
Like, why couldn't your husband talk for himself?
That is not my husband.
Who is it?
What do you care?
Well, it seems to me like you're a pretty dominating woman.
I don't know why.
I enjoyed that.
You got to be real with people. I'm a great directory assistance operator, but you got to be real. They love that. When you're being real with them, they like it.
You're listening to Johnny B.
My advice to you is start drinking heavily.
Leave Johnny B a voicemail at 833 Loon Line.
Fran Meyer, do you smoke pot?
For entertaining, not complaining.
Rock and roll, man.
Yeah, speaking of pot, Loon Line. Loon Line, there was no... Loon Line.
There is perhaps no natural sound that more completely symbolizes the call of the loon. No doubt the loons were communicating something significant to each other when they gave these calls.
Let's find out. 833 Loon Line.
Dig it, man. Bran Muffin, I love you, man. You're the kookiest cat in town. That Buzz Killman owes me a bag, man. This is total bullshit. I heard you're on the radio again somehow. Don't know how. I turn into Chris Walken all of a sudden. But
what the?
Oh, to the chopper and get the fuck out of town.
Wait a minute.
Buzz, I want my bag of reefer. Click.
Hey, well, collect yourself. Thank you. Don't know if you were done or not. He was trying to work out some voices there, and he was going all over the place. 833 Loon Line.
Hey, Johnny, it's Tammy. I just heard that guy in the insurance policy when you're 95. My husband recently died, and I was going through the life insurance things. The first thing I see, invalid after 95 years, I just started laughing because of you guys. You made a really sad thing for me to do, laugh and forget about the badness at that time. Thank you, bye.
That's really sweet. By the way, sorry to hear about your husband, Tammy. But, yeah, that's the policy. We're still looking into that. Why my life insurance, well, I have to collect. If I live past 95, nobody gets money in this house. Yeah, you better make sure that doesn't happen.
Somebody will make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Hey, isn't Dad's birthday coming up? Yeah, all my daughters talk the same way as her, just like her mother-in-law. Yeah, isn't Dad's birthday coming up? Nope. She'll take care of it. She'll find a way to get rid of me. You believe me. You know it. Listen, it's a fact of life.
At 95, you'll appreciate it.
Yeah, if you could show. Listen, I wouldn't even blame her. I'm going to say it right now, so it's on record. If Lisa wants to kill me before 95 to collect the money, have at it. Yeah, like I need your permission. What do you think I was going to do? 833 Loon Line.
Hey, Johnny B. Right on, Buzz. This is Lisa Dell in Westmont, Illinois. And my husband Adam and I are expecting our third baby boy. We made a quarantine baby, and we are seriously considering naming him Jonathan. What do you think? We've got a couple other names high on the list that also happen to be names your brothers have. But one name I can assure you is not in the running is Jeffy. Click.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Johnny, I'm pretty sure you're a grown man now. You can stop calling your brothers Joey, Jimmy, and the worst of all, Jeffy. Never in my life did I ever hear a guy named Jeffy.
Okay.
It's time to grow up, my friend.
No, it isn't.
I understand the four of you are attached through some sort of weird umbilical cord, but it is time to stop calling them these names.
No.
It would be Joe,
Yeah.
Jim, and Jeff.
Nope.
Thank you.
Not going to happen. Jeffy's the name. By the way, thank you there, young lady, for thinking about naming your baby after me. The best baby names of 2020 are out. Clayton, Trace, Sheldon, Leopold, and Immaculata at the top 5.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Casper, Silar, Cleet, Ernie, and Chubb. Telling you. I'll get the list right now. I'll show you.
It'd be so funny to name your kid Chubb.
Okay. I'm trying to help that lady name her baby, man. Bundy, Dominic Ebenezer, Farouk, Pickles, Jehoshaphat, Dieter, Cornelia, Aurelia, Little Abner.
That's two names.
You know what a name, a popular name is right now? I'm not making it. 7, the number 7.
Why?
Kids are naming their kid number 7 because of a Seinfeld episode. 7 is one of the fastest rising baby names for boys in the U.S. according to the Social Security Administration.
And they know.
I got a great name for our kids. A real original. You want to hear what it is? You ready?
Yeah?
7.
7 Costanza. You're serious?
Yeah. It's a beautiful name for a boy or a girl. Especially a girl or a boy.
I don't think so.
Well, you don't like the name?
It's not a name, it's a number.
I know, it's Mickey Mantle's number. So not only is it an all-around beautiful name, it is also a living tribute.
It's awful, I hate it.
Well, that's the name.
Oh, no, it is not. No child of mine is ever going to be named 7.
Isn't that crazy? It's the fastest rising baby name in the U.S. for boys.
I'm delighted to find out that it's Mickey Mantle's number.
Okay.
It gives some reason to it all.
Okay. Voicemail 833 Loon Line. Leave it there anytime. Just don't name your kids Ebenezer, 7, or apparently Jeffy. Gee whiz. Right, Aunt Marcia?
I like to take a nap now, but I don't feel well.
Best baby names of 2020. You know what the most streamed show of 2020 was?
Streamed show?
Streamed show. The most often streamed show of the pandemic year of our Lord 2020.
Yeah, I have no idea.
The Office was the most streamed show of 2020. Nielsen released streaming numbers for 2020. The Office easily topped all shows, both original and acquired, for many services on the market. Viewers watched a combined 127 billion minutes of The Office. The Office was 2020's most streamed show by far, no question about it. And in an interview, Steve Carell was saying, of Dunder Mifflin, Michael, was saying that he does not think The Office would work at all today. The stuff they did, it would be checked and rechecked 100 times as politically correct or incorrect. There's a very high awareness, he says, of offensive things today. Carell went on to say that today's standards are way different. Never would they get away with the stuff they did. And this is really basically innocent stuff as the character of Michael.
Tell me, Dana, how is your chicken breast?
Oh, it's great. It's served with our world-famous wing sauce.
Sounds yummy. I will have a chicken breast. Hold the chicken. Oh.
Is that what you really want?
No, I'm going to have the gourmet hot dog.
Great.
You see? Steve Carell. He wouldn't work today. He said, now think about that. It wouldn't work today.
Drugs ruin lives, people. Drugs destroy careers. Take Cheech and Chong. Everybody knows that Cheech and Chong are funny, but just imagine how funny they would be if they didn't smoke pot.
Yeah. Imagine how funny they would be. Michael, that's just great. He, in that time when he was doing The Office, as Steve Carell said, maybe you couldn't do it today, maybe you could. He got away with a lot of stuff.
Well, it's within the character. I can kind of say anything and get away with it because it's not me saying these things. It's this awful guy.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
I want to clamp Michael's face in a George Foreman grill.
They want to clamp your face in a grill.
People hate me.
But we all know a guy like that.
Yeah, we do. I mean, there is that guy who is always referencing SNL from 8 years ago and still thinking it's hilarious. And I think he's the first person ever to do the church lady for somebody else.
Right.
So yeah, I guess the rule of thumb is if you don't know that guy, then you are that guy.
Michael, The Office, the most streamed show of 2020. That dude was on a roll, and he still is.
I'm walking out of a movie,
yes,
and the crowd, people are walking out, and this guy just kind of, he's like in the front, you know how people crowding out, going out in the aisle, and the guy just says, man, that's Steve Carell. That dude is on a roll. And I'm thinking, Steve, this is Chicago. Isn't that the fact of life right there, sir?
Well, the way you say it, too, makes it sound like the guy was pissed off about
that. No.
Man, that guy, you know what? He should die.
I am so upset with him. I'm going to tell you, honey, I would have liked that movie better if he weren't in it.
That guy's on a roll, and I wish he weren't.
Maybe it was in my reading. You're right about, okay, let's roll back to that reading again while we're rolling. So anyway, Steve, I'm walking back, and this guy says, man, that's Steve Carell. He is on a roll.
That sounded really sweet.
That was better, right?
Yeah, I like that.
It was sweeter. You're right. It was kind of evil. The evil reading out of the beginning was not good.
Well, you know, the weird thing about being on a roll is that you know at some point you will stop rolling. So you're waiting for that moment that the roll just sort of rolls to a standstill.
Well, that's showbiz.
Or you roll off a cliff, you know. So it is showbiz. So, you know, I certainly don't take any of it for granted. It's just it's nice that it's happening at all. So I'm just sort of trying to enjoy it day by day.
Steve Carell. And just recently, John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim on The Office, he opened up for SNL on Saturday Night Live. He was the host of Saturday Night Live. He did the reworking The Office theme, this theme here. had no words, so he put words to it.
John Krasinski sings the long-lost lyrics to the original Office theme song, which he wrote himself.
Scranton, 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 Scranton. That where we all live and work. That's a calculator. There's Dwight. He's the bad guy. And the hero's name is Jim. Highlighting. That's his girlfriend. That guy's on the phone. Tie flip. Then there's me again. And Carell does the trophy thing. The Office.
John Krasinski on Saturday Night Live doing his version of the Office theme. But ladies and gentlemen, when Rainn Wilson, a.k.a. Dwight Schrute, was in the studio with us, we were way ahead of him. Way ahead of him.
Jonathan Brandmeier.
Rainn Wilson, Emmy nominated for his role as the smarmy suck-up. Wow, I don't like that description. I guess you
That's
are.
good. Yeah, smarmy suck-up is appropriate. No, that's good.
I say, bring it on. Yeah, bring it on. Why not?
Nice.
Shouldn't
what an
we?
intro. What a great segue.
Shouldn't we bring it on, huh?
You are the best DJ in the world.
Thank you very much. Hey, didn't you go to school here in Chicago?
I went to New Trier High School.
New Trier High School?
Yes, I played bassoon there. Yeah.
At New Trier?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'd love to get some actual audio of that. Remember when TV used to have good theme songs?
Yeah.
You could sing them?
We need lyrics to the Office theme song, don't we?
Let's write some lyrics to the Office theme song, everybody. Dwight Schrute, Dwight Schrute, Dwight Schrute, Dwight Schrute, Dwight Schrute is God. Dwight Schrute. Then we should, if we could throw that in and then a bassoon solo.
There we go. Let's
right.
add some bassoon to it.
All right.
This is fantastic.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, Rainn
I've got to go.
Wilson
Steve Carell is a douche.
Steve Carell's a douche.
But I have got to go.
Rainn Wilson has
Jonathan
to go.
Brandmeier's the greatest DJ ever in the world.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
He's got lots of noisemakers, and he's the greatest DJ you've ever heard.
All right, thank you very much,
Thanks
Rainn.
for having me.
Rainn Wilson.
I gotta go do a thing at a place.
All right, numbnuts. We've reached the end of another edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Jesus, why? Tell me why!
Check out the brand new limited edition Brandmeier merchandise, masks, mugs, shirts, collectibles, CDs, and more at BrandmeierShow.com. Just click merch when you get there.
I don't understand you.
When you visit, be sure to sign up for email updates.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And download podcasts on demand so you could listen to Johnny B whenever you want.
Johnny the Monkey.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are found. If you want, leave a review.
Hit it, Grandpa.
Follow Johnny B on Facebook at facebook.com/Brandmeier Show.
You are erect, sir.
And leave a voicemail at 833-LOON-LINE for entertaining, not complaining.
I hate to complain, but I have to.
I'm Jimmy Mack, and if you're into Star Wars, check out my show at RebelForceRadio.com for Star Wars news, celebrity interviews, and more.
I can't keep it all in my mind.
Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Bingo!
Rate it, comment, subscribe,
and keep hope alive.
Click.
Adios.
That's what she said.